Hi, Deborah. Hi, Deborah. Are you all right on this? Just get the camera a bit. Right, that's more like it. So it's a bit late for me, but I'm going to give it a go. It's Louis from Southwest UK near Bristol, and we are defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. This is the name of our channel. We have a lovely channel here, and we are trying to disagree with all the people and videos and documentaries and films and biographies and interviews that put Elvis down, that belittle Elvis Presley. That's our job here. We have Team Elvis helping us do it. And that is the purpose of this channel at the moment. We also post shorts and videos that are like mini documentaries. So if you want to go over and watch the shorts or the videos, you're welcome, guys. There's over 4,000 of them. They've had millions of views. So I was going to do part 2 of celebrity interviews of people that had met Elvis Presley and had good things to say about him. Hi, Stacey. I was going to do part 2 of that, but we had some breaking news. Now, this came through on Defending Elvis Presley, the Facebook. So Defending Elvis Presley fans want the truth, the Facebook. Now, I don't know if this is true. I don't know if it's original. Finola, hi, Finola. Yes, we want the truth. So I don't know. This post that I'm going to read to you, I don't know if it's true. All I know is that it had been posted on a Facebook page. Let me show you the Facebook page. Ginger Alden's Facebook page. So this live we're going to have now is about Ginger Alden, and there's a rant that's been posted. Now, I have had someone comment that it could have been from a few years ago, but I've had a few people messaging at me today saying that this happened today. Well, it happened the message I got was that it happened 19 hours ago, and it was, I hope she doesn't mind me saying, it was just someone on Defending Elvis Presley, fans want the truth, and their name is Laser. I don't know if Laser's watching now. Finola's on. Hi, Finola. Jill, Stacey, Deborah. Nadia will be joining us as well. So I thought I'd read the post. Just it's quite a long read. But before I did that, I thought I could play you a few of my shorts that I've done with Ginger Alden. Obviously, we all know she was Elvis's last girlfriend and possibly the last person to see him alive, possibly. And also, she was only 20. Elvis was 42. And I've been reading all different things about Ginger Alden. I don't think she was that popular with the Memphis Mafia. And Vernon, from what I've been reading, Vernon didn't like her. Billy Smith and Joe Esposito said that she didn't really stay at Graceland. She wasn't that interested in going to the Vegas tours with him. And just their point of view of Elvis's relationship with Ginger Alden isn't very positive. But I've watched quite a few interviews with Ginger Alden, and she does come across very nice, very genuine. Her book, I've been told, from different reviews that I've read, is very good and doesn't run Elvis down. She always speaks very highly of Elvis. She seems like a lovely lady. She's 67 now, I think. She still looks great for her age. And I've watched loads of her interviews. She just comes across very nice. We know that they were engaged. She says they were going to get married at Christmas. She also says, well, that Kathy, she does, but I think there's quite a few. But I'm going to show you the one that's been posted to us on our Facebook page. And from what I can see, she always speaks highly of Elvis. She said that the night before he died, he was very upbeat. looking forward to the tour ahead. Spoke about getting married, having children, and she said that he'd just was fun to be with, and that he wasn't just moping around. He was still excited about life, and he would go out on his 3-wheelers with Ginger Alden. And she says that the image that is portrayed about him just being stuck in his bedroom, binging on food, taking drugs, very, very overweight, very depressed, is not him. It's not true. This is what Hi Bridget, we're doing a Ginger Alden live feed. Supposedly we've had breaking news and she's ranted. So what I thought I would do is go through the rant, read it out to you, but also show you some of the videos that we've got of Ginger Alden, maybe show some of her interviews. So guys, we've got Bridget Cruz here, joined us again. Thanks, Bridget. You know you're welcome. We love it when you join in. So I think I'll play a few of the videos first. So I don't know if many of you know this, but I do make shorts and wides. Oh, thanks, Bridget. That's kind of you to say. You're always welcome, Bridget. You know that. And if there's anything you want to ask or with our subscribers and members, go ahead. They're very friendly. Team Elvis are very friendly. Oh, thanks, Bridget. Right. Okay, let me just... I did post... So, no, I think I might read the rant first. What I would like you to know, guys... So I'll just let you guys have a little chat. If any of you guys want to ask Bridget Cruz any questions, go ahead. I don't mind. I find it quite interesting. If you want to talk, I'm not sure if Bridget wants to talk about, the lawsuit with Priscilla or the countersuit or her auction company. If any of you want to ask anything before I start talking about Ginger Alden, go ahead. It's very interesting. I know that Bridget... Yes, we're here for the truth. And Bridget, I did watch Shauna's interview last night. I know you popped in at the end of Shauna's interview. And I also... I think we have told Rhonda that you had suggested that we do some kind of interview that involved all of us. So she hasn't really responded with a yes. But you know I'm up for it. I would do it. Obviously, you'd need to explain to me technically. I'm just doing a live a minute. You'd need to give me some technical know-how. As far as I know, don't you just download an app and then fill out the forms on the app, and then eventually, or sometimes you can send it through. I do think that the subscribers have got a lot of questions to ask at the members, because they're very interested in the Priscilla Bridget Cruz lawsuit. They are. They want to see both sides, and also many of my subscribers and members, obviously, they're not the biggest fans of Priscilla. That's putting it mildly. So many of them will probably support you and feel that you've been unfairly treated. So Bridget, you set it up. I will happily join. Happily. I'd love it if it was done in a way where there's lots of subscribers that are involved of all the channels, of Rhonda's and Shauna's, because then they can ask you questions, can't they? It's not just about us. It's not just about me and Bridget and Rhonda and Shauna. So I would do it. My twin brother's on, guys. Elvis Comrades. I like that. Elvis Comrades. Guys, most of my subscribers and members know that I'm a twin. My twin is called Andreas. So Bridget, I have a twin brother. His name's Andreas. So he's just joined us. All of you guys. Hi, Colin. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Multi. Finola. Got Deborah. Let me just get all the names. We got Jill on Blue Bunny. I've got Lily, Kathy. I think that's everyone. So your mother is a twin, Finola. I tell you what, being a twin is the best thing ever. The best thing. It's probably, except for marrying my wife and my kids, it's the best thing in my life. Definitely. Hi, Carolyn. So if any of you guys want to ask any questions of Bridget, please do it now, because I will. But just so you know, Bridget, I would happily do it. If you send me the links, if you get any progress with Rhonda and Shauna, because I'm not sure if they're up for it, to be honest with you, I don't know. But I 100%, I'm up for it. And I will always be very polite and respectful. You'll always get that from me. The twins have such a bond. They're identical twins. Me and my brother are identical twins. I tell you, it's a friend for life. A friend for life. That's the thing about being a twin. Yeah, that's fine, Bridget. You know me. I'm on side. So I'm not friends with Rhonda. I'm not friends with Shauna. I respect them. I like their channels. I think their channels are amazing, but I hardly know them. I hardly know them. So I can't speak for them. Yeah, we all want the truth, Bridget. We know that. We all want the truth. Right, I'm going to start reading this. Are we ready, guys? We're going to read this rant from Ginger Alden. Now, I don't know if it's 100% definitely from Ginger Alden, but I've had I don't know if it's real, because I'll tell you why. Because there's so many Ginger Alden Facebook sites, but the reason I wanted to read it out is because a lot of you have asked me to. So I thought, well, why not? Let's have a look. Let me get it up, guys. Right, I'm just doing a live. Okay, it's got to be a bit quiet. Thank you. Otherwise, I'm going to beat people. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Right. Well, whoever told you about the channels, Bridget, they got good taste. Hi, Cheryl. This is what I say about Ginger Alden. She's always polite, friendly, respectful. She's always spoken highly about Elvis and the time she was with him. And her book is very respectful to Elvis. So that's enough for me. And she still looks great. And whenever I see her getting interviewed, I always think, what a classy lady. That's what I think. So this is supposedly a rant that was posted about 20 hours ago. Now, you can tell me, guys, what you think, if you think this is genuine. Yeah, she does seem very nice and sincere, guys. Right, so Dear friends, I have lived. Well, I'm just warning you, this is a long rant. Yeah, it's going to take me a few minutes. Dear friends, I have lived my life happy and normal, trying to stay away from the Elvis circus and not hanging onto the Elvis limelight throughout the years, like so many have done and continue to do. It has come to my attention, though, some remarks recently made by Elvis's ex-wife during an Australian interview show called Sunday Night, and I want to take this opportunity once and for all to address some things that I have mentioned before, some things that I have not, and some things which I need to clarify, although it is very hard to say everything that needs to be said in this one post. To begin with, I was the one at Elvis's side when we were engaged. Elvis's ex-wife had gone their separate ways a few years before Elvis and I began seeing one another, and he had no intention of getting back together with her. Let me be clear, he had no intention of getting back with her. Elvis wanted the two of us to be friends for the sake of his daughter, Lisa Marie. In late March, early April of 1977, Elvis was in the hospital with the stomach flu. It was at this time when I first met his ex-wife, who had come to visit Graceland, where we had a pleasant conversation. It is very apparent that since the passing of Elvis, the estate does not nor want to mention any or other women in Elvis's life, specifically me, the one woman he was engaged to. How are we going? Is that okay so far? You know, guys, you know I hate reading. I hate reading. Bridget Cruz, would you accept? Right. Is Bridget on Facebook? I didn't know that. Is she on Facebook? Anyway, right. Both Elvis and I did not take our engagement lightly. I find the omission of our engagement, as well as my existence with my Elvis, bewildering, considering Elvis's ex-wife asked for me during Elvis's wake and told me she knew how much Elvis loved me. What happened? It is completely unjust and nothing but a fabrication attempt to rewrite history. This disgraceful and absurd denial of the way things truly happen has gone on far too long. Right down to the Elvis and Priscilla's wedding dolls manufactured a few years back. I didn't know about that. Right. And then she says, really? When was the last time you saw a divorced couple being promoted as a happily married? What a concept. Elvis confided in me about many things, and I will always be happy that he felt comfortable enough to do so. I recall Elvis mentioning to me that his ex-wife was not interested in his books and she wanted to hide them away. I told him they should be on shelves. He also mentioned to me that she wanted to use his large plane for a European jewelry venture, which he was not happy about. I didn't know that. I've never heard about that. Never heard about that. Elvis told me she can fly commercial. He also told me about his ex-wife wanting him to set up her father in a wine business in California, which he was not pleased about. I didn't know that. So Priscilla wanted Elvis to pay for setting up her father in the wine business. It's the first time I've heard that. When the news that my book, Elvis and Ginger, was going to be released, and almost immediately the Elvis and Priscilla reunion tale began. Elvis's ex-wife then asked for Elvis and Priscilla's reunion to be included in a new lie-filled book, which was being self-published and rushed for release before my book. How do I know this? The editor of the particular book made a public statement that she was witness to this and has since apologized for taking part in a lie-filled book, which Elvis's ex-wife was photographed holding while smiling along with the author at the Sirius radio station in Memphis. Elvis's ex-wife once commented that she was tired of the lies. Well, I am sick and tired of the lies, some of which I have heard were being promoted on the Elvis Sirius radio show, a show which neither Anne Margaret nor myself have been asked to be on. George Klein did ask me years back, but I wasn't ready then. But then that seemed to change as the time went on by his working for the estate. It is my understanding in this particular Australian interview that the Elvis's ex-wife says that during Elvis's last relationship, my name was never mentioned. So I am returning to the compliment here. Elvis eventually became unhappy and wanted to end it, even going so far as to say that this added to some of his problems. I am appalled and disgusted by the untruths that would like to say to Elvis's ex-wife. How dare you? There are far too many things that I know from Elvis, and I certainly don't remember his ex-wife in Lisa Marie's bedroom in the early hours of August on the 16th, when Elvis began discussing wedding plans and setting a date with me. To also put out an untruth that I in any way contributed to his health problems. Elvis is nothing but a vicious lie with a hidden agenda, and I will not, and I refuse to be the scapegoat for a situation that was taking place with enablers that Elvis had in his long life before I came into it. Elvis was not a rundown man pining away for an ex-wife. And this, in fact, Elvis and I shared many great times together and tender moments together, which I wrote about in my autobiography. Elvis had good days and not so good days. During our time together, the same as he did with his ex-wife, with Elvis was in a great mood 98% of the time. You had to be there. My silence over the years as I worked and then raised my son. Elvis's ex-wife should understand this. She has a son from a 22-year relationship with another man who is never mentioned, as odd as that is. Yeah, so she never mentions Marco Garibaldi and her son. She doesn't. But I think we all know why. Only allowed any false stories and speculations to be spread by biographers, most of whom I turned down interviews with. The jealousy surrounding my engagement to Elvis, which he warned me about, has been, needless to say, very tiring. And I have been shocked and agreed at the lengths. And one second. So Nadia's just messaged me. I just want to tell Nadia that we're on. We are on. Bridget is here. Let me just. Right, I just told Nadia that we're on because Nadia will want to be part of this. Hi Yasmin, are you okay? But I'm trying to read. My daughter's got a phone. My brother says, I feel Priscilla is very ambitious, a career lady who persuaded romance even before she had Lisa Marie. So I'll let you get some comments in now because that is a long read, isn't it? I follow her Facebook page. She seems very nice and sincere. Multi, which Facebook page are we talking about? Ginger Alden's? The one that I was shown. Let me just show you a picture on it. Someone sent me a picture of her Facebook page. Let's have a look. Ginger Alden's, yeah. Let's have a look. That's not it. Let's see if I can find it. Because what it is, she's got, here we are. It's got, so we have Ginger Alden, and then it says Ginger Lacer. So obviously she was married. And it's not clear, but that, I think that's the one that the rant was posted on. So you have the Ginger Alden name, then in small writing, Ginger Lacer. Is that the one that you're on, Multi? It's the darn truth. Hi, Deborah. We don't really know if what I'm reading is truthful. Do you guys think it's truthful? I think we're quite a long way through it now. So let's see if I can read the rest of it. And it was actually posted to me on Defending Elvis Presley, Fans Want the Truth. So let's have a look. Where we are. It's fine. Let's get it back up. So I wanted to tell Nadia that we are waiting for her because for some reason, she's not able to join our live. I have no idea why. Right, let's have a look here. Right, so if we start. Elvis's ex-wife says that during Elvis's last relationship, my name was never mentioned. So I am returning the compliment. Right, we read that bit. There are far too many things I know. No, we've read that bit. Let's just get to where we were. Right, here we are. I know where it was now. She was talking about Priscilla's son. Needless to say, very trying, and I have been shocked and angered at the lengths and despicable individuals have gone to in an attempt to diminish Elvis and my relationship. God, myself, and Elvis know the truth, and these lies and attacks to degrade me, all my family must end. I don't have a large PR firm that I am paying to represent me, but I just want to get some truth out there, hoping others can get a glimpse of what has and does go on behind the scenes in the Elvis world at times. As far as Elvis's ex-wife goes, I will respect her position in Elvis's life when she respects mine. Elvis, everybody comes from the source. Right, she puts in a quote here from Elvis Presley. Everybody comes from the same source. If you hate another human being, you're hating part of yourself. And then it's Elvis Presley. So, what do you think, guys? Do you think that's Ginger Alden? I don't want to sound disrespectful. What do you think? Can you give me your opinions? Far away, guys. Right, let me just scroll down. Yeah, that's another great saying from Elvis. So Deborah believes it is. Yes, Finola does. So Teresa, hi Teresa. Is Teresa a new name? Hi Teresa. I mean, I will say this. When I read it, I thought it sounds very truthful. I did think that. I thought a lot of it ties in pretty well from all the different interviews I've watched and different bits I've read over the years. It's pretty factual, isn't it? So do I think it's 100% definitely Ginger Alden? Don't know. I'm going to have to say 50-50. I'm going to have to say 50-50. We'll see. Now, I did read something. I did a little bit of research before I came on. Oh, I'm not saying that Ginger Alden is lying at all. I'm definitely not calling Ginger Alden a liar. What I'm saying is it a genuine post? That is my point. I think Ginger Alden's a lovely person. It's more just, do you think it was her? Do you think it's come from her? Yeah, so Jill thinks it is. Okay. I know she's popular, guys. I know that Ginger Alden is popular. Many of you speak very highly of her. Yeah, I did find it. Let's have a look, see if it comes up again. At first, I couldn't find it. If you look, I've actually sent a friend's request. I've even invited her onto this. My daughter... My daughter's just sent me a message saying her tooth hurts. That'll be the mum. The mum has done that. Aurora, I know what you're doing. Right, sorry. Right, Nadia, you're here. What happened to you? Right, so I have put up a few videos. My kids are teasing me now. Right, let's have a look. I did I can hear them coming down the stairs. Hi, right, you can come and say hello if you want, but you do have to be quiet.
Did you see that what I've heard?
Yes, of course I did.
Look, it was actually
Let me pause this. Right, okay. This is Yasmin. She is 7. Say hello.
Hello.
She was messaging me just now on the phone. Right,
I
there.
said,
Go and speak to them.
So, my tooth is bleeding. It was bleeding.
Yeah, is your tooth starting to come out, is it? So do you remember any of the names on here?
Nadia, Stacy.
Go on, read as many as you can. They're all saying hello to you.
What does that say?
That one is Finola.
No, the one that starts with an
M. M, that one?
Yeah.
Multi.
Hi, Multi.
Stacy.
Linda.
Yeah, we got Linda.
Hi, Linda.
And Colin.
Hi, Colin.
That one there, see, it says Blue Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Jill.
Hi, Jill.
And then we have Carolyn. Teresa. She just called you a beautiful angel. And Linda said you're very cute. So there's lots of people watching. Jill says, say Jill, put your name on your thing so we know your name. It says Blue Bunny. We want it to say Jill Blue Bunny. Deborah says hello. Colin says hello. That's it. Right, I want to play some videos. Now, Yasmin knows because when I used to make these videos, she was sat with me when I was doing all the editing for the videos. This one's Ginger Alden, yeah. This is a short, so this was made for a phone. Right, let's read what Mary says. She called you a princess. That's nice.
I know.
Right, she is right. When she says she doesn't have a PR team to protect her like Priscilla, and getting her truth out is difficult. I feel sorry for her, and she has been totally left out of interviews. It's true. It's true. She has been treated, like she doesn't exist. And this is true about all of Elvis's girlfriends.
Bye-bye.
And it's funny because I was, bye-bye. See you later. Can you shut the door when you go out, please? She's cute. She's cute. But it's funny because I had a conversation with someone today who gives me information about Priscilla, yeah, one of my contacts. And she said to me that, once Priscilla, so you got this funny period, you got this deed of trust, this charge placed on Graceland. And then you have Elvis dying, then you have Vernon dying. And all the soldiers stood up to eventually allow Priscilla to become completely, totally in control of everything on behalf of Lisa Marie. But Priscilla was the boss. Yeah? And so when she was there, the boss of everything, she made sure, in my opinion, all of Elvis's life was erased. Erased. Do you agree with this, guys? There was no ex-girlfriend. Larry Geller was gone. The Memphis Mafia, except for the ones that she got on well with, were gone. Billy Smith was gone. And I really think what was that again? Hadn't Ginger been banned from Graceland after yet? And trust me, I had a conversation today. Bye, Yasmin. I had a conversation today with somebody who had some very good documents. And she may be watching now. Actually, she did say to me that I can use her pseudonym. Let's see if it's on here. Let me have a look. She did say to me I can use the name when she's sharing documents. She said I am allowed to use. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. She was very, very helpful. She sent me some amazing information. Let me just see if her name's on here. But this is for another video for tomorrow. It's all to do with how Priscilla manipulated herself into getting the deed of trust, and then that enabled her. This is what this contact explained to me, that the deed of trust enabled Priscilla to then get the actual lien, the charge put on Graceland's. So let's have a look. I don't want to get this wrong. Right, Nancy Drew. Nancy Drew. Do any of you know Nancy Drew? She has sent me some documents. She is an Elvis defender. She 100% does her research correctly. She like me, I'm just a guy at home. Nancy Drew is more than that. She's an investigative person that gets her facts 100% correct. And when I was chatting to her and we were talking about Priscilla and the way that she manipulated herself to be the king of Graceland, which I know that to you Elvis fans is like infuriating, yeah. She was given so much power that she literally did. It was like playing chess. She literally did get rid of everyone that annoyed her. So different girlfriends, different members, mafia members, staff. I even heard that she had a problem with Minnie May and Aunt Delta. I don't know if that's true. This is just an opinion. She didn't want anyone living at Graceland when it had become a living museum. Don't forget, I've done some research and I've read that Memphis Studios, Memphis Council were planning a living museum in front of Graceland, and they were considering using Graceland as a museum in 1978, well before Priscilla came back on the scene, yeah, because Vernon obviously was still alive, yeah, and Vernon and the Memphis Council were planning the museum, and then obviously Vernon passes away, and then you've got this power of the deed of trust, the lien, the charge on Graceland, which in a weird way made Priscilla part owner of Graceland, the building, Elvis's home. And I believe, this is only an opinion, guys, it's only an opinion. I'm not saying this as fact. I believe that Priscilla used the deed of trust to then get the lien, the charge, which then meant she was owed a very large amount of money. And this is what gave her the power to not just to be the boss and to launch Graceland as a living museum and to stand on that podium and proudly say that she saved Graceland and that she was launching the museum, which we know, in our opinion, guys, that this is our opinion. We don't think Priscilla did save Graceland. We don't think it was Priscilla's idea to open Graceland as a living museum. We think it was the Memphis Council. It was Vernon's idea. But this is just opinions. I must state that this is opinions. But the documents that were sent to me today clearly say that the lien, the charge placed on Graceland is what gave her the leverage to maneuver herself to be at the top. For 40 years, mind. For 40 years. I know you guys have got strong feelings about that. I'm going to show you some videos of Ginger Alden in a sec. I'll just read your comments. Right. So in the opening of Graceland 82, Priscilla said that it didn't work out with yes. But Nadia, she does say that in her speech, and I know that. But why didn't it work out? You got to remember, there was much more money to be made if Priscilla was the boss. If Priscilla, I think they charged $5 an entry. They knew it was going to work because there was thousands and thousands of people that were visiting the graves for free. And there were 17 members of staff policing the crowds that were all visiting Elvis's grave. So they knew that the second that Graceland was open as a living museum, it was so clearly a gold mine. It was clearly going to make a fortune. So yes, Nadia, you're right. She does mention it. But in my opinion, the way she mentions it is a little stab at the council. It's like, ha ha, I'm the boss now. Oh, you wanted it, but I did it. I think there was a bit of that. Again, my opinion. Mary, Mindy Miller said Elvis told her that when Priscilla left, that Elvis said Priscilla always fussed over him, giving people gifts and money. So he was relieved that he could give people gifts again. Let me just check that. Right. So let's Nadia. Why are you sending me that? Anyway, let's keep going. I believe it, Mary. Priscilla didn't want him giving gifts and presents even at Christmas. She was apparently tight and not generous at all. Deborah, Joe Esposito was a yes man. I get the feeling that Colonel Tom Parker, Joe Esposito, Jerry Schilling, I don't want to sound offensive, but were in Priscilla's pocket. Now, that's just my opinion. They seem like nice people. Jerry seems lovely. Joe, when he was alive, seemed nice. But I think they were like that with Priscilla, like that. But this is just my opinion. I'm not I wasn't there, but I am allowed my opinion. I just think the point I'm making, guys, is that once Priscilla reached the top and was in charge of it all, she got rid of everyone that she didn't want. And Ginger Alden was one of them. That is my point. Ultimate power. That's what happened. At some point, Priscilla had ultimate power. Now, I know that that's changed now because when Lisa Marie passed, and Riley Keough is at the helm now on behalf of the twins, everything has changed. But you've had a 40-year period of things that have happened to do with Graceland, to do with Elvis Presley Enterprises, because we all know that Graceland was a cash cow. We also know that 85% of Graceland was sold off, which I think should never have happened. I'm completely against the fact that Graceland Elvis Presley Enterprises was ever sold off. Should never have happened. And unfortunately, I don't think we can change that. So many things have happened since you had Priscilla at the helm. Then at age 25, Priscilla, supposedly, Lisa Marie was going to take over because she was 25, because then she becomes the owner. But decisions were made to allow it to carry on even until she was 30. I think it was an executive decision that Priscilla was doing a good job. So they allowed it to carry on till she was 30. And then for whatever reason, Lisa Marie Presley, at 30 years old, as far as I can see, allowed Priscilla to carry on being the boss. It wasn't, as far as I can see, it wasn't until Barry Siegel came along. I think Barry Siegel was introduced to Lisa Marie or Priscilla by Marco Garibaldi. But it was once Barry Siegel came along and became the manager, on behalf of Lisa, then everything got complicated. Stuff was happening with Priscilla. And as far as I know, around 2015, there was a massive feud between Lisa Marie, Barry Siegel, and Priscilla Presley. and they didn't speak to each other for 8 years. And we know about the lawsuit that Lisa Marie served on Barry Siegel because she felt his management cost her $100 million and that she only had $14,000 left. So it was a mess. And then don't forget, we've also got the takeover in 2005 by the billionaire Bill Silliman. Bill Silliman. We've got that when Elvis Presley Enterprises was first sold. Yeah. So I feel that shouldn't have happened. I think the billionaire, I think he went bankrupt eventually, but Bill Silliman, Robert Silliman, I think when he bought Elvis Presley Enterprises, 85% of it, should never have happened. And in my opinion, I think Priscilla was part of that. It just, in my opinion, I don't think it should have ever have happened. That's how I feel. Let's just keep going. Carolyn, karma did take up. It took a long time. You know, that's many decades at the helm. A lot of power. Come on, guys. If you're in your late 80s, and I know many of you fans on here, Elvis fans, are in your 60s, 70s, 80s, even 90s, you're not really working, are you? You're enjoying life. You're with your grandkids, great grandkids, maybe great great grandkids. You're taking it easy. You're not running around. Why would anyone want to? Right. Yeah, I know, Teresa. Soon we've got Bridget. And if Bridget is watching, thanks for coming in and having a quick chat with us. We do appreciate it. Right, let me just see. I want to just play you a few Ginger Alden videos. Yeah, that's true, Deborah. Nadia, Priscilla was asked at the opening of Graceland in 82 if the Colonel was invited. Yeah, I remember that bit, and I don't know. She started giggling. Come on, could you imagine how Priscilla felt on the day that she launched Graceland? You've got all of the press there, probably from every different country, and she was the leader. She was, you know, how can I put it? It's like being. It was like she was royal family. You know, Piers Morgan tried to compare her to the Kennedys. It was like that. She had. You think about it. She comes to live in Graceland. She's not even quite 18. Yeah, and really, that to me, that's when they started seeing each other. In 63, is it? 60 at the end of 62, 1962 to 63, and then. 15 years later, she owns all of it. She owns it all. Could you imagine that? The power, how she felt, and don't forget what led to it. She had the first divorce settlement, which was, I think, was very fair. And as far as I'm concerned, after the first divorce settlement, they should have gone ways. But no, somebody convinced her to break the divorce settlement. Because don't forget, for her to get the second divorce settlement, she had to get a judge to agree. So as far as I can see, she tried to make out that Elvis had lied to her, had committed fraud, had conned her. She had to convince the judge to allow her to get the second divorce settlement. Now, once the divorce settlement is being negotiated, and this is a massive amount of money, 3 years after the first divorce, and then it's discussed that they were going to place a deed of trust, the charge, to create the charge and the lien on the building. Well, do you think even for a second that she thought that meant that one day she would be the total owner of all, on behalf of Lisa Marie? Okay, but I personally don't think she ever thought it was going to come to that, to her being the owner of all of it. No way. I think she was just thinking, whoa, I'm going to get an amazing second divorce settlement. I'm going to walk away with millions. I think that's what she was thinking. But then what happens? Elvis dies. Yeah? Poor old, God rest his soul, Elvis dies. And then less than 2 years later, Vernon dies. So then she's laughing all the way to the bank. She's literally laughing all the way to the bank. And I'm going to always say this is my opinion, because I wasn't there. But do you see how everything just, the skies cleared for Priscilla? She's had a lot of luck come her way. This is why she's so unpopular with the fans, guys. This is why she's so unpopular, because the fans have watched it happen. The fans over the last 40 years have watched this all unfold. That's why there's a disconnect between fans and Priscilla. There is a disconnect. I do think that in the 70s and 80s and maybe even 90s, the Priscilla fans have fallen for the fairy tale marriage. Many Priscilla fans, I think that the reason the marriage broke up is because Elvis was a drug addict and Elvis was unfaithful. I would say most Priscilla fans think that Priscilla was the victim and that the reason the marriage ended was not Priscilla's fault and was Elvis's fault, and because he took drugs. Well, they're wrong. In my opinion, guys, they're wrong. Yeah, this isn't real. This is a story written on behalf of Priscilla from her point of view, in my opinion, to get the public to feel sorry for Priscilla. That's what this is. This isn't history. This is rewritten history from the point of view of Priscilla, but it isn't correct. And I would say almost all of this book has been twisted and changed to suit Priscilla. And this is just my opinion. This is my opinion. And I think Priscilla fans, no offense to Priscilla fans, because people are entitled to think and believe what they want. But I think Priscilla fans are still in the fairy tale. And it's not until you break down the facts. It's not until you break down. This is what I've learned. Because I was a Priscilla supporter. I fell for the fairy tale. It took me a long time to wake up and see the light. I wouldn't say I was a Priscilla fan, but I was a supporter. I believed the stories. Now, what I'm trying to say to you guys is this. It's only when you break down the years, you have to go right back to 1959. You have to do your research, do your homework, listen to many, do some reading. It's only when you break down each year, 1959, 1960, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. Then we get to the first unfaithfulness with Steve Peck, the dance instructor, just after Lisa Marie was born. Then we go 69, 70, 71. Then you get to Mike Stone, the karate instructor, the karate champion. Then when Priscilla is unfaithful, then again, and then it's all over. And then we start going to the divorces, first divorce, second divorce. Then we get to the deed of trust, the charge, the lien placed on the building, and then Elvis dying, Vernon dying. Then you get Priscilla Presley has everything, has it all. And you have to go through each year and scrutinize each year to understand Elvis was the victim. Elvis was the victim. Elvis was used. This is my opinion. When you understand things, then you know where I'm coming from and you understand how the Elvis fans feel. Elvis fans are gutted for Elvis. They feel so sorry that his whole legacy has turned out this way. His reputation, his image, it's been tarnished so badly for so many reasons. And at the core of it, I don't want to sound hateful, guys. At the core of it, it's Priscilla Presley. It is. And this isn't because I hate Priscilla. I don't hate Priscilla. I've learned all the facts. I've done my homework. I've done my research. I've listened to you guys and your thousands and thousands of comments. And when you really break it down, what do people say? Oh, you know, in the early 60s, Elvis had lots of different girlfriends. Yeah, he did. Oh, after Priscilla was unfaithful, Elvis went on to have loads of girlfriends. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Oh, Elvis was a drug addict. Well, no, he was seriously unwell, unbelievable chronic health conditions where he needed 40 tablets to get through each day. He couldn't sleep. He couldn't rest. He had no energy. His whole body was letting him down. His liver, his lungs, his heart, his colon, his insomnia. So yes, Elvis took loads of pills. Was he addicted to his pills? Probably. He was very ill. What do you do when you're very ill? You go to your doctor and get pills. That's what you do. So Elvis is painted out that he's a druggie. It was his adultery that split up the marriage, when the truth is it was Priscilla that broke up the marriage because she was unfaithful twice, which she has admitted. Steve Peck, the dance instructor, Mike Stone, the karate teacher, that she chatted up. Yeah. And then, so that ends the marriage. And then Elvis, unfortunately, he becomes very, very unwell in his late 30s and early 40s. And he takes 40 odd tablets a day just to function. That isn't why they split up. The reason they split up, the reason Priscilla and Elvis split up is because Priscilla was unfaithful. It's that simple. Anyway, let's have a look. I haven't been reading the comments because I've been waffling on. Deborah, have you been being cheeky again? Let's have a look. Priscilla was better than Snow White. She ran off with more men than Deborah. Her mum told Priscilla it was an opportunity for her, and she was, yeah, we know about Child Bride. One day I'll read it. Guys, one day I'll read it. One day. You know what I think about reading? I'll just go on YouTube and listen to the audio version. It's free as well. Finola, you say you can't understand why the parents let her go to Graceland. Remember, she was nearly 18 when she went to Graceland. This is where people get mixed up. She wasn't 14 when she went to Graceland. Yes, I am 80 and read it the minute it came out, and I admit I took the wind out of myself. I soon to educate when she ran off with Mike Stone. Yeah. Mike Stone. Come on. If you listen to Mike Stone's interview talking about how Priscilla pursued him, chatted him up, and made it very clear to him that she was going to divorce Elvis, and the way he puts it across, he's very truthful. You will be shocked. If any of you have not watched the Mike Stone interview on YouTube, I recommend you watch it, guys. It is a real eye-opener. And if you're a Priscilla fan, after you've watched the Mike Stone interview, you will not be a Priscilla fan. I guarantee it, guys. Watch it. And there's more than one version of it, but there's one very good version. Have any of you watched it, just out of interest? I see Linda saying about her being a good actor. I get your point, Linda. And she does use, in my opinion, she does use what she did use when she was very beautiful, you know, in the 70s and 80s and 90s. You'll be surprised how you can charm the interviewers and get your way. I personally feel the interviewers played into Priscilla's hands because all she had to do was sit there and not really say much and the interviewers were there with the questions. Oh, was you 14? Did he control you? Did he groom you? Did he have a bad temper? Did he take drugs? Yeah. Did he have an eating disorder? Yeah. Or did he leave you alone all the time and go off and make his movies and do his content? It's all there. The interview is just, they're like food. Priscilla sat there and she doesn't have to say anything. The damage is being done by the interviewer's questions. This is what's clever. And someone sent me a post from Navarone where that Priscilla was boasting to him how all these interviewers just play into her hands. She was saying, she just sits there, they ask the questions, she just goes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. And the bullets are being shot by the interviewer. Boom, boom, boom. They're all shooting Elvis. It was so easy for, in my opinion, for Priscilla to sit in an interview and then the questions are being asked all in every country in the world by the top interviewers, and the public are falling for it. The public are, oh yeah, Elvis is a druggie, he's a paedophile, he binges on burgers, oh, he was abusive. It's even possible that he committed rape. You know, come on, it's ridiculous. We're talking about the kindest man that has ever lived, in my opinion. One of the kindest men that have ever lived, and they say he's an abuser, a rapist, a controller, a drug addict, binging on burgers, and it's just ridiculous. It's only when you do your homework and do your research, and then you get to the truth where you go, oh my God, he has been a victim. He has been portrayed so badly for so many decades. And the only people sticking up for him is the fans, the Elvis fans. We are the only ones sticking up for him. I keep saying this to you guys. Who else is sticking up for Elvis? If we don't, Team Elvis, all the different channels, that includes channels like Rhonda's and Shauna's. If we don't stick up for Elvis, who's going to stick up for him? It's us or nothing, guys. Now, one day we hope that the big companies, the TV companies, the movie companies, the news companies, we hope one day they'll start to see the truth and it will start to come out. Maybe we'll see it in Riley Keough's book. It's possible, isn't it? Because really, Riley Keough and Lisa Marie, in a weird way, wrote that book together. So maybe it will come out in Riley's book. We hope. We hope. And then maybe the interviewers in the big news companies might start asking the questions. Right, it's getting a bit late, so I'm going to let you guys just do a few comments. And I think I'm going to have to end it because it's quite late. But we've had a good chat. We listened to Ginger Alden's rant. I'm going to have to do a separate video for Ginger Alden. But we've had a good listen to that. I found that very interesting. Bridget Cruz joined us. We always like it when Bridget joins in, has a quick chat. It's very obvious Bridget wants me and Rhonda and Shauna to be interviewed together with Bridget. I don't think Rhonda and Shauna are up for it, but if in case you watch this live stream, girls, I would do it. Why not? Probably be quite interesting. But if you don't want to do it, guys, you know, Rhonda and Shauna, if you don't want to do it, that's fine. I respect that. It's your decision. I don't mind. Right, so let's have a look. Yeah, so it's time for bed now, guys, isn't it? Let's just quickly read some comments. I've heard the saying that when you're young, you have a face you were born with. In your older years, you have the face you deserve. Yeah. I like that saying, Multi. It's very good. True, Linda, you're right, but we're gonna defend him. He's worth it. He deserves it. Guys, he deserves it. He spent his whole life giving, and I don't just mean giving cars. I mean helping people that needed help. He spent his whole life doing it. He deserves us being there for him. Well, I find that if people have just got it in for Elvis and just doesn't matter what you say to them, they still keep repeating the same thing over and over again. They're never going to change their mind, are they? Because there's a lot of jealousy involved. Is Deborah still being cheeky? Deborah! Yeah. Deborah, you're our comedian. Yeah, Finola, it was a big thing. It was a big thing. But don't forget, it was different times. We're talking the 60s now, aren't we? She moved over 62, 63. Things were different. Eric. Yeah, Eric says Mike Stone needs to crawl back under whatever rock he called from. I tell you what, when you watch that interview, Eric, you're going to like him less. It doesn't do him any justice. That interview where he admits everything, he doesn't look good. Okay, anyway, guys, I think that's it. Who is that? I was tired. Right, I'm going to say goodbye now. Okay, guys, thank you. Please subscribe, guys. Please subscribe. If you want to be a member, please hit the member button. Please like. I think we've had a great live tonight. I think it's been really good. Thanks to all Team Elvis. Team Elvis. Thanks, Nadia and Team Elvis and Stacey and Deborah and Teresa and Linda and Carolyn and Multi and Finola.
Anyone else?
There's more. There's, let's have a look. Lily. Let's make sure. Let's try and get all the names in. Finola. I've already said Finola, didn't I? So my 17-year-old daughter's here. Talia. Eric. Teresa. Seal, hi Seal, Mary, and anyone that has joined our live tonight, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Without you, we are nothing. We need you. And Cheryl, good night, Cheryl. Take care, guys. We've had a great time. Good night. Sweet dreams. See you tomorrow.